y'all, it's Alex with StarCraft, and today I want to tell y'all about some of my favorite uses for Campfire Ash. One of the things that people I think neglect a lot in the woods is cleanliness and sanitation and hygiene. And in the short term, you can get away with it. A lot of guys just go out for a weekend and they're just like straight unwashed heathens. Like, they don't care. They don't take care of their feet, don't use deodorant, don't do anything like that. And in the short term, you can get away with that. Long term, it can lead to things like skin infections, rashes, trench foot. You can actually get really sick. And not taking care of your dishes, not keeping them clean either. Again, once or twice, you'll probably be fine. But over time, you run the risk of food residue eventually attracting enough bacteria to truly make you sick and ruin your time out in the woods. Now, rather than carrying all that stuff with you, we can do what a lot of the old timers used to do and use something that we always have with us, which is campfire ash. In fact, one of the ingredients in old-time lye soap was ash. It was ash and then some kind of animal fat, salt, a little bit of water, but the ash is what did the work because it's what had the lye. And we can recreate very much the same effect with just the ash itself. So today we're going to talk about some of the things you can do with it, including how to clean your dishes, how to clean yourself, and how to prevent bacterial infections, how to keep your skin clean, and then also a bonus trick on how to use it for when you're out in the woods when you may be hunting or trying to stay concealed. So we're going to go over all that and more today. The first use we're going to talk about is actually my favorite one. I use this almost every time I'm out in the woods, and that is using ash to clean your knife. And I've got this Mora right here. I've been using it to strip the bark off some trees. It's got a lot of discoloration, some staining, all kinds of stuff. It's just not as clean as it could be. So I scooped up some ash from the fire, as you can see right here. And all I'm going to do, I'll protect it from the wind here, all I'm going to do is just spit on it a couple times and just start to rub that around. Spit on it again. Just sort of make a paste and rub that all over my blade. And this is a little bit of ash, but it also has a little bit of dirt in it, a little bit of charcoal, so it's slightly abrasive. And between the cleaning action of the ash, the enzymes in my saliva, and the slight bit of abrasives from the charcoal, it's going to do a really nice job of getting this blade a lot cleaner than it was just a minute ago. And all you got to do is just rub that back and forth over there. You don't really even have to let it sit for a minute. And then just take a little bit of water, a shemagh, and good as new. Took all of that completely off. And you can do the same with pretty much any of your other woods tools, whether it's your axes, your machetes, whatever, if it's got a lot of just junk on it. Also works really well if you've been out hunting and you've been skinning out a deer or some other kind of game and you got all that blood all over your knife. You need to do something with it and you don't have access to soap or bleach or detergent or anything back at the house. So that's that. And you can also do a very, very similar thing with your cookware. Another thing you can do is if you have any kind of metal cookware, you can use the exact same technique. So I've got a camp cup right here, drinking some stuff out of it earlier. I want to get it clean before I put it back in my pack. So other than just wash it out with water, what I can do is get a little bit of wood ash, and this is just straight from the fire right over there, and do the exact same thing. Just start kind of running it around in here. If you've got a pot scrubber or even a leaf, especially like a fresh plantain leaf, that's even better. So just get it all nice and coated inside there, and make sure that it's covering all the surfaces, and then all you got to do is just rinse it out. The other way you can do this, if you've got like something that's really, really stubborn and really does not want to come out of your cookware, what you can do is get a nice handful of ash and boil it over the fire, and that will definitely sterilize it and almost certainly take off whatever it is that you're having a problem with. Now, word of warning here, if you do that, the ash water that you make is actually pretty caustic. You really don't want to get it on your hands, especially not a lot of it. And I will caution you as well, do not use this on your cast iron cookware except as a last resort, because once is probably okay, but if you do this repeatedly, it is going to behave just like soap, and it's going to start to strip some of the seasoning off of your cast iron, and you definitely don't want that. So just bear that in mind. Alright, so that's a really nice clean cup we got there now, just with some water and some ash. Didn't need any kind of soap at all. And if you really want to sterilize it, you can always just set it on top of the hot coals, provided you have cookware that's stainless or thick-walled aluminum that's not going to be damaged by the heat. So that is another really great use for ash. So one of the other best uses of ash is for your personal hygiene. So especially if it's really hot and humid outside, you're getting really sweaty, it works really well as an alternative to foot powder or body powder for keeping your feet dry, keeping your hands clean. If you have chafing with your pack straps, any other areas that might be prone to chafing, ash is really great for that. If you leave your Gold Bond at home, then this can double in a pinch. In fact, you can even use it to clean your hands. Just rub it like that, and a little bit of water will kill any bacteria that are on there. So you can kind of sanitize your hands that way, and it actually works quite well. Works really well on your feet too. Helps prevent trench foot, jungle rot, all of those things that you really don't want out in the woods, and helps prevent friction from blisters, hot spots, so on and so forth. Can also be used as deodorant. Just slap some under there. It's going to kill that bacteria, keep those odors down. Now you got to get over how it looks, because it looks like you're making yourself really filthy, but you're actually not. You're actually keeping yourself very clean. So hygiene is another one of my favorite uses for it in a pinch. It does work very well. And then another use for it is actually to put it on your skin, and this is where you essentially use that same paste again that you used on your knife. Just water, a bit of ash, and just rub it on your skin. And this is bushcraft sunscreen. So if you're out in the sun, if you're in a really hot, humid environment and you're not able to get any other, if you don't have a long sleeve shirt, any other way to get relief from the sun, and you're really worried about getting burned, then this will, add even some more on there. This will really help keep those sun's rays off your skin. And this can actually pull double duty too. This is 2 for 2. Using this exact same technique, if you're a hunter, then you can use this as natural camouflage, especially on your face. Obviously I would mask up, probably use some charcoal to create some contrast, also from the fire. And this will help take some of the natural shine off of your face, discolor your skin so that it's not as noticeable, and it has the added benefit of killing some of your natural scent. You'll smell a lot more neutral, like the woods, and not as much like a human, so you can get closer to game. So that's some of your natural camouflage as well. So to recap, there's some uses for wood ash. So you can use it to clean your tools, your cookware, so you have your sanitation there, keep things nice and clean. You can use it as deodorant, foot powder, body powder for personal hygiene, and you can use it as sunscreen and as hunting camouflage as well. So there's some really great uses of ash that you may not have known about. Use them next time you're out, and that's all I got for you today. So thanks for watching, appreciate you, see you next time.